Hello, and welcome to Fieldrunners 2. This is a tower defense game, and to be fair, it's not a bad one. It has some flaws, most of them to do with the fact that it's a tower defense game. Some of them to do with the fact that it uses, and I can't show you until I click a mission. We'll use this one as a reference, unless I can't select towers for this one, in which case it might be a bit of an issue. It seems I can't I don't really want the tutorial again, thank you very much. I would like to exit. It's the mission, not you, I'm sure it is. Either way, this is a tower defense game. It has flaws of tower defense games in that it's way too long per mission. You can stop mid-mission, I'll give it that. But you don't really need 50 waves in your mission. 95% of the missions is going to be you sitting there watching it happen, basically. I know this one lets me pick towers. So it has that kind of flaw. The other thing I dislike is this coin system it has. Coins buy items and special towers, earn more coins by playing on harder difficulties. You don't actually get very many coins even from the hardest difficulties, and the hardest difficulties are quite hard. And you might notice some of these towers are expensive. You do get coins from sharing it, and you can do it daily, and it's a decent chunk of coins. It's like 200 or 300 each time you do it. They give you the basic towers, but a lot of the cool ones, like, machine gun, slow damage walls, ego, that's a lot of stuff, and it costs coins. So all the cool ones are restricted by this currency that they've put in the game for no apparent reason. That's difficult to get without sharing the game, or playing on extremely hard difficulties many times. To get this tower right here would take many runs of the hardest difficulty, which is a hard difficulty, by the way. You also have these things, which are It's got like these weird free-to-play elements in it, except not really. You don't really purchase the coins. It's kind of a time waster, really. We'll just slap those on there. Why the heck not? And if I wanted to, I could spend 30 coins to. I'm doing this on casual for a reason, by the way. If I wanted to, I could spend 30 coins to get some more of these. But why would I spend 30 coins? Either way. It's not a bad tower defense. If you really like tower defense, you'll probably enjoy this. It does tower defense well. Learned about trenches. Oh my god. Well, apparently you have director's commentary on every single level. Why you would want to, I'm not entirely sure. We'll go with my approach that I used last time I did this level. So you place down turrets the standard way. The graphics in this game they're nice. You can't, for whatever reason, move around the battlefield when you're zoomed in, so you have to zoom out, which is a little awkward. But the graphics, they look nice. Apparently they're like hand-painted or something. I'm not entirely sure about that, but they do look nice regardless, and when you zoom in, they've got nice clarity, so it's got that going for it. The style is unique to the series. Go ahead and slap one of those down. That's a slow turret. It slows things. The turrets aren't really, I don't know, unique. They're turrets. There's really not a whole lot to them. I'm gonna see if I can do this map entirely on one side. We'll see how well that goes. There is one thing I'd like to point out, and that is upgrading your turrets is actually much better than buying more turrets. You can see it gets the flap with another machine gun in there. There's no build time, there's no upgrade time, there's none of that, so you don't strategically have to pick when to plop down your upgrades and stuff like that. So it's a bit, I mean, they're assaulting me right now, and I can just willy-nilly slap down some upgrades on these guys without any real issue, which is a bit lacking. It's a bit in my mind. It could use some more strategy to it. Really, there's not a lot to it. Plop one of those down, plop another one down, kill some dudes, whatever. I do want one of those though, so go ahead and plop that down. And I may as well go ahead and start upgrading these machine gun turrets. These are the weakest turrets in the game. These actually aren't machine gun turrets, are they? Or whatever they are, I don't know. They're not. They're incredibly weak. That's, I guess, the point of them. They're cheap and incredibly weak. They're meant to build walls, but half of the levels have areas where you can't actually build walls, which is incredibly an odd design considering the first turret you get is built around. Apparently you can move, but you have to scroll, and since I'm playing windowed, it doesn't work very well. Either way. This game is, I think it's, what is it, $9? So it's not, you know, whoop-de-doo, $9. So if you really want an interesting tower defense, this has a lot of playtime in it. Mostly from this, you can see it's 50 rounds. This is the second level in the game, by the way. They get substantially longer, substantially quicker. It gets ridiculous, to be quite frank. Oh well. By the way, I'm saving up for a flame turret, actually. I may see, this is a new turret I got recently, I may see what that's worth. Money can't buy love. Indeed, sure, whatever. I don't want to spend my money, thank you. Go ahead and slap. That's probably better space for it, yeah, I can hit everything, but this is where I placed it last time, so we'll plop that down there. And then we'll save up for another flame turret and plop it on the other side of the bridge. This is basically the pattern I did last time, except I'm only using half of the map this time, which is saving me a bit of money. For what that's worth, anyway. As you can see, this is the easiest difficulty, but normal difficulty, or hard, or whatever it's called, the difficulty above this isn't really that difficult. It's the hardest difficulty that becomes an issue, and only then, because they don't, they make a lot of really hard things to kill. They don't make it so it requires particularly more skill. They just make it so it requires more damage. And more damage typically means late-game turrets, because they've got this weird thing where later turrets are substantially more powerful than early-game turrets, which I suppose would make sense if if it wasn't a game based on strategic placement of towers, but whatever. Again, this is basically my opinion showing off the game for those of you who are new to this whole thing. Just so you're aware. If you disagree, so be it. I don't particularly care. These flame turrets, by the way, crazy expensive. They're really effective. Let's pop you down there. Because they have that lovely AoE, but once you upgrade them, they get some serious damage. But I'm putting... This is basically my style, and then if I need more, I will plop down some turrets around the outside as needed. I don't think I will, though. We'll see. This is fast-forwarded, by the way. This is not. I don't imagine people playing this game not fast-forwarded, so I'm not sure, like, there's no point where you need to pause the game to think about what's going on. You should be able to react quick enough to what the game's throwing at you. It doesn't really throw much fancy stuff at you. By the way, there's this thing up here. I've never actually used that. It popped up on one of the recent missions, actually, I think. And I think it's just an all-out bombing run that you get from playing the game. You'd think that would be some sort of thing that you'd have to, you know, buy or something, I don't know, pay for, but apparently you just earn it from shooting things for a long enough period of time. So then you could go into a different level that's harder and do that. There is a variety of level types. This is your standard tower defense one. They also have, I should upgrade that guy. You can do 3 upgrade levels, standard tower defense thing. They also have a kind of a rush style where there's a lot of weak enemies that come at you. And as per every freaking tower defense game ever, they progressively get stronger. I need to stop scrolling. We'll just zoom all the way out. It looks boring up there, though. We'll zoom all the way in. Yeah, that seems some sort of bomb. I don't need it, but thank you, game. There's obviously survival, your standard stuff like that, time rush and whatnots. Every 10 waves there's a boss. It's basically your rehashed tower defense game. Although I'm sure someone would be mad at me for that, but whatever. You can get combos. Combos are a bit iffy. Especially in a tower defense game where a lot of the turrets are single target. Which is why I like the flamethrower rocket launcher combo thing we've got going here. I might save up for a Tesla and see how well that does. Oh wait, I saved up for Tesla. Let's pop it there. Apparently that's supposed to be small range. That doesn't look like small range to me. Seems like a lot of the turrets have the same exact range, despite the fact that most of them are supposed to be short range. The only ranges I've seen is this, And this. Those are the only two ranges I've seen on turrets, which is a bit lacking. Should probably upgrade those. Most of the turrets you'll use is probably missile turrets, slow turrets, and those machine gun turrets thing. This thing seems to be quite good. It shoots fairly often. I don't know what particularly it does other than shoot lightning, but, you know. Maybe it does good, I don't know. I wish it had just slightly more range, so it could go over there. I could plop a thing there and get rid of you. Oh wow, that's worth a lot. Oh, it's because I upgraded it, didn't I? Well, let's sell it anyway. Bollocks. You lose score for selling things, which is a bit odd again. You already lose money. I don't see a reason why you need to lose score, but whatever. Maybe I didn't upgrade it. I don't know, whatever. Whatever it is, it's demolishing things now, so I imagine that third upgrade is going to be quite good. I wish the game had a faster speed setting. Lordy, you can see it's not hard. This again, obviously, this is casual difficulty though, so I'll give it that much, but it's still... Normal's not hard. The only reason the hardest difficulty is hard is because they've buffed the health up so much that it gets kind of ridiculous. I have another upgrade. Let's see what he does now, assuming anything gets to him, which it should. Oh my god. You see what I mean, how these towers get such power. He's nearly one-shotting these guys. He could probably handle this level himself. And I could put a second one over here, solely off of the money that thing earns. Good lord. Either way. Why are you not maxed out? It's odd. I do know there is a Red Baron round, or there was. There doesn't seem to be this time, which is a bit odd. I'm not sure what the Red Baron is. I guess it's some sort of randomized... It's a bomber, by the way. Bombers, oddly enough, blow up enemies, but not your own turrets, which is like the weirdest mechanic I've ever seen. They have that AoE where they blow up like the enemy stuff on the ground, but not your turrets, which are also on the ground directly below them. Whatever. I'm pretty sure this is better than I did last time, but we'll do the survival map after this. We could do endless. Endless is this, repeated ad infinitum. See, there's the free coins crap. I don't want to like you, and I don't want to brag on Twitter. I just want coins. Hey, we got a decent amount of coins that time. Every time I do the mission the first time, I get 1 or 2 coins. It seems you have to go back through missions, and you'll get substantially more coins. It seems odd. I didn't do much better that time in terms of score, but last time I got like 1 coin, which is odd. It's quite odd indeed. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's show off. This is one of those like rush missions or whatever. We'll do casual again. Blah. Now I have 155 coins. We're like a 60th of the way there, kind of, maybe? I don't know. Whatever. May as well keep the mines. It doesn't really matter. I barely use the things anyway. I'm sure there's some point where it'll be more viable to use them, I guess. I don't know. Spread out your plague towers. I don't have plague towers. So, a sudden death is what it's called, whatever. So this is, you basically have to just kill enough units to win, and quite frankly it's not that hard. Because the amount of really weak units that come out makes it extremely simple to kill that many. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it though. This is the one time where you might want to pause it, and this is a really weird level in that they've got these pathways, but they don't actually follow the pathways, and you can't build on them, so it seems like they're meant to follow it, but even if I put it up here, it won't follow this downward path here, and I'm not really sure why. It's a really weird thing they've done, but whatever. And there's no real way to do a proper maze on this level. And see, now I've gone and bollocksed something up here. Apparently if I put one in the middle there, it's become too long for that side to do anything. So what if I sell that? Can I then... No? It does that. Well, I could do that. I suppose that will work. These layouts are incredibly weird. Play, doofus. And you'll see, it just spawns 8 million of the really weak guys. Also, they don't always follow the proper path. Like, you'll see those guys are now going down that way. But why are they going down that way? They shouldn't be. See, now they're going back that way, and I have no idea. Now I've lost, by the way, because their pathing is odd. We'll go ahead and redo that mission, because whatever. I wonder if I get coins for failing. No. Didn't get any coins for failing. Oh well. We'll go ahead and do it. See if I can get them to path the way I want them to, which the answer to that is quite frankly no, because they've got some sort of weird bollocks going on. So we'll just path them through the center here then. The pathing, man, I don't understand. Go ahead and play. Lovely jovely. This should be good enough, unless they do that thing where they start splitting off the side again, which they really like doing. Basically what you do is you build 8 million... Yeah, no, they're not. You build 8 million of these turrets, and then you back them up with more turrets behind them. Let's go ahead and stop fast-forwarding that. It looks like I could actually... Yeah. Apparently I could build turrets there. I typically don't use slow turrets on this mission. Also, because it's asymmetrical, you can't have your turrets symmetrically on this level, which is incredibly silly. And they appear to be splitting slightly for some reason. Whatever. And there's your victory condition, by the way. You can see how easily you can rack up the required amount of kills in this level, and I'm not even done placing, basic turrets here before I even start upgrading them. So I win, yay! There's that bomb thing again, although it's barely filled up, if at all. So it appears to not move between levels. I'm not entirely sure what it does at all. I could probably use slow turrets to my advantage here. Go ahead and sell those too. Replace them with slow turrets, and upgrade those. Everyone likes slow. I wish there was some sort of AoE slow, but I haven't unlocked it yet. You can see the guys going around behind, despite the fact that their pathing is not actually in that direction. It's really, really quite odd. I wish they would stop doing that. Well. Like, there's seemingly no way that I can stop them from doing this either. They just willy-nilly go off through the side there if they want to, which, screw you, game, screw you. Go ahead and start upgrading these guys. Seriously, I can't keep them from going that way, despite the fact they're supposed to go through the center if the game isn't lying to me, which it turns out it is, and he survived. Whoops-a-daisy. Also, the planes, they spread out their planes. That's kind of to be expected that they spread out like that. We're gonna lose... No, you're expected to lose these missions at some point, so... In fact, there it goes right there. That bomb started filling up really quick there. I'm not really sure how that bomb mechanic works. It never explained it to me. Maybe it explains it in a later level, or one I just unlocked. I'm not really sure. One would think it would explain it when I unlock the thing, but whatever. It tells you this every time. I want you to just give me coin. Like, see, 1 coin. 1? Why 1? What's that bollocks? I got like 20 something last time. Anyway, whatever. Pro tip, read pro tips. No. Bollocks to you. That is, that's Fieldrunners 2, specifically, on Steam. I also forgot to mention, it's got a very, mobile-type interface. Especially in-game, you notice the upgrading system is kind of radial. It's got a very mobile interface, so it seems very much like a port. It runs well, it looks well, it gives you all the information you need, but it looks very much like a mobile game, which is where it originated, if I'm not mistaken. It originated in the mobile area. You can see your global scores and bollocks nonsense. I'm ranked 1793, and nobody is ranked around me, apparently. Interesting. Really? Nobody? Let's go. Oh, there it goes. It's just loading. Alright, seems well. Although it seems to only load when I'm not looking at it. Or something. I'm not really sure. Whatever. Reward, collect the grunt deck for 1,000 coins. I don't know how to do that. Apparently you can collect cards for coins. Defeat 2,000 runners. Or maybe none of these appear to give me coins. Oh, I had to do that entire deck for 1,000 coins? Are you kidding me? Oh my word. Oh my word. Alright, well that's Fieldrunners 2. Thanks for watching. I will see you all next time.